Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got it at the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Here's Smith to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
34-yard line.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target.
Garoppolo.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a 1st down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the 1st down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the 1st down.
Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Singletary, they'll run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a game.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
The ball carrier.
Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
For the point after.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Smith to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Corey Littleton showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Garoppolo now. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Nothing to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bills nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Everyone, 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 12, fellas, here we go. I got you. 37. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Everyone, 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He'll look downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
To Robert Foster. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bills' 15-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Jacobs again, the ball carrier.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Ball carrier.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carr. That's complete right around the 8. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's Smith to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Check, 47. Let's go. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On first down, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On third down, it's Gibson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play here for the Bills. 49 yards.
First and goal.
Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down. It's Gibson, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Tackle made at the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 52. Switch. White.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
Carr's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On 1st down, Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Carr now on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play, but it's 3rd down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hey, gun. I got you. Stay, gun. Hey, check Mike 47.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 65. 12.
Garoppolo. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
I got you. 21.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Down at the 23-yard.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and 9, Carr. Got an open man, it's Foster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that. And we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do. as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.